into the clearing came a man with red hair, a red beard, and a gleaming chestnut horse's body. In other words, a centaur. Harry and Draco found the unicorn dead. The hooded figure reaches the unicorn and begins to drink its blood. Hey guys! Today I'm going to be reacting to Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling. But first, if you're new around here, listen up, because I've got a little secret for you. I'm not just any YouTuber. I am Charlotte the Starlet, and I'm a writer. So I don't just react, I review. And the way I do it is simple. If I like something, I add a point, starting from last video's total, and if I don't, I take one off. Now, as y'all can see, I've got a couple friends here with me. These are the girls, Angel and Glitter, and this is my little boy Sam. Right, let's jump in. Harry and Hermione just got caught sneaking around the school at night because they'd left the invisibility cloak at the top of a tower. So, how many house points are they gonna lose this time? 50! They lose 50 house points in one night? And they get detentions? Dang! Oh no! Yo! Just when I thought it could not get any worse, they don't just lose 50 points, you guys. They lose 50 points each. Okay, it's been a while since we've done a Harry Potter video. We just got to the point where we're gonna go roasted Harry and Hermione for like sneaking around at night. And they got in some deep trouble. She took away like 150 house points from Gryffindor. They were in first place for the house cup, but now Gryffindor's in last. Not only that, but now Harry and Hermione and Neville all had their owls deliver notes to them saying, "Your detention will take place at 11 o'clock tonight. Meet Mr. Filch in the entrance hall, Professor McGonagall." Oh snap! Filch is ready and waiting for them, but so is Malfoy, because he'd also snuck out to try and get Harry into trouble. I forgot about that. Oh my days, so what exactly is this detention gonna entail? Especially at 11 PM. Oh my gosh, as if that wasn't bad enough on its own. They have to put up with Filch's creepy commentary. As he leads them outside somewhere, he starts talking about how the best punishments are hard work and pain, and how it's a shame they got rid of the old punishments. Which are what? The old punishment was hanging you by your wrist from the ceiling for a few days? Are you kidding me? Filch still has the chains in his office, which he apparently keeps well oiled in case he needs them again. Okay, so I have no idea where they are right now. It says that Hagrid's hut is somewhere in the distance ahead, but the only other thing that's described is the darkness, literally. Oh, okay. Thankfully, they hear Hagrid shout, "Is that you, Filch? Hurry up, I want to get started." Harry's relieved when he hears Hagrid's voice, but Filch tells him not to get too comfortable because they're not just going to be working with Hagrid. He's taking them into the Forbidden Forest. Wow, even Malfoy's shook by that. Damn, Malfoy's more than a bit shook. He's terrified. He stops dead in his tracks and he's like, "The forest? We can't go in there at night. I heard there's all types of stuff there, like werewolves." Meanwhile, Neville clutches at the sleeve of Harry's robes and made a choking sound. Don't tell me he's gonna collapse or something. So on the other hand, Filch is loving this. Right, so Hagrid finally finds them in the darkness. And he comes with Fang and a large crossbow. Apparently he's been waiting for them for half an hour. Are you kidding? Filch snaps at Hagrid for being too friendly to Harry and Hermione. But Hagrid claps back at Filch for lecturing them and making them late. He tells them it's not his place to do that, which he's right about, by the way, and he sends Filch away. Filch says he'll be back at dawn. So you mean to tell me this detention is gonna last all night? Hogwarts is crazy, man. Oh, wow. When Filch leaves, Malfoy tries to tell Hagrid, I'm not going in that forest. Harry can't help but take pleasure in the note of panic in his voice. It seems that Hagrid's firm but fair. He tells Malfoy that if he wants to stay at Hogwarts, he's going in that forest. Because he's done wrong and now he has to pay for it. Oh my days. Bruh. Malfoy is such a snot-nosed, snobby-ass rich kid. He says this is servant stuff. This isn't for students. Servant stuff? So his family just casually have servants in their house? Or maybe even slaves? Oh, wow. And then he pulls the whole, if my father knew about this line. Yes, Hagrid. So Malfoy also mentioned he thought they'd be just writing lines or something. But Hagrid's like, what good's that ever done for anyone? You'll do something useful or get out. Then he says if your father'd rather have you expelled, then go back to the castle and pack. Gone? I don't think we've really ever seen him properly tell off someone. Have we? So of course, after Hagrid says that, Malfoy surrenders. Right. So after Malfoy fails at standing up to Hagrid, Hagrid takes them right to the edge of the Forbidden Forest, points down a narrow, winding path to a silvery puddle on the ground. You know what that is? That's unicorn blood. Hagrid tells the kids that there's a unicorn that's been hurt badly by something. It's the second time that week, and he found one dead last Wednesday. Their job is to find it and possibly put it out of its misery. Malfoy asks what if the thing that hurt the unicorn finds them first, but Hagrid reassures him that there is nothing in the whole entire forest that will hurt them if they're with him and Fang. Ooh, okay. So they're gonna split into two parties and follow the trail in different directions. Oh my gosh. So because he's so terrified, Malfoy bags Fang before anyone else can, and Hagrid lets him but warns him that Fang's a bit of a coward. Is it bad that I kind of want Draco's decision to take Fang to backfire? Okay, so the teams are Draco, Neville and Fang, and Harry, Hermione and Hagrid. They agree that if any of them find the unicorn, they'll send up green sparks. And if anyone gets in trouble, they'll send up red sparks. Then they set out. For a while they walk in silence, and Harry notices that Hagrid looks very worried. He asks Hagrid if werewolves could be killing the unicorns, but Hagrid says not this quickly, because it's not easy to catch unicorns. Oh my days. So a bit later on, Hagrid's comforting Hermione and telling her that the unicorn can't have gone far if it's hurt, but then he's suddenly like, get behind that tree. Then he fully grabs Harry and Hermione up off the path, puts them behind this massive tree, and puts an arrow into his crossbow. Something's slithering over the dead leaves, and it sounds like a cloak tree in the ground. Okay, if this is a person, I'm making my bets now. I'm saying it's Snape. Oh, okay, phew. After a few seconds, the sound fades. Then afterwards, Hagrid's like, I knew it! Something's in here that shouldn't be. Okay, so they move on, but when they get to this clearing, something definitely moves. Hagrid says, who's there? Show yourself, I'm armed. Oh my goodness. It says that into the clearing came a man with red hair, a red beard, and a gleaming chestnut horse's body with a long reddish tail. In other words, a centaur, who's called Ronan and is familiar with Hagrid. Aww, he's nice. Hagrid shakes his hand and Ronan's like, good evening to you, Hagrid. But then he looks sorrowful and he's like, were you going to shoot me? Then Hagrid introduces him to the students. Ooh, this dude Ronan sounds kind of glorious. After some small talk with Hermione, he flings his head back, stares at the sky, and he's like, Mars is bright tonight. I want to meet him. Anyway, so Hagrid tells Ronan about the unicorn and asks him if he's seen anything strange in the forest. What? Ronan doesn't really answer. Everything he says is really vague, and he repeats himself a lot too. Oh, another centaur appears. A black-haired, black-bodied one called Bane. Oh my god. Bane just says the exact same thing as Ronan. Mars is bright tonight. Okay, since they can't really get a straight answer out of the centaurs, Harry, Hermione, and Hagrid move on. And when they do, Hagrid's like ruddy stargazers, never interested in anything closer than the moon. Although he does admit that they do know things, they just don't let on very much. Harry asks Hagrid if he thinks it was a centaur that they heard earlier on. You know, when something was slithering along the leaves. But Hagrid says no, because it didn't sound like hooves. No doubt that's what's been killing the unicorns though. Wow. Apparently he's never heard anything like that before. Oh my days. So, right when they get to a bend in the road, Hermione grabs Hagrid's arm and is like, look, red sparks, the others are in trouble. So, Hagrid runs off and tells Harry and Hermione to stay where they are and stay on the path. Hermione asks Harry if he thinks the others are hurt, but Harry couldn't care less if Malfoy did. But he hopes Neville's alright, because it's his own fault he's in there with them. Oh, great. So eventually, Hagrid returns with the other group, and he is fuming. Because all that happened was that Malfoy snuck up on Neville as a joke, and because it frightened Neville, he shot up Red Spark. Oh man, Hagrid's so miffed that he switches up the groups. Hagrid tells Neville that now he's with him and Hermione, and he sends Harry along with Draco and Fang. Then they continue on. But the further they go, the thicker the forest gets, and the more blood is on the ground. They found it. Harry and Draco found the unicorn dead in a clearing. Its long legs were stuck out at odd angles, and its mane was spread out along the dark leaves. Oh my gosh. Right when Harry takes a step towards it, he hears the same slithering sound he heard earlier, and a nearby bush starts quivering. Out of the bush comes a hooded figure crawling across the ground like some stalking kind of beast. Whoa. The hooded figure reaches the unicorn, lowered its head over its wound, and begins to drink its blood. What the hell is it? Oh, great job, Malfoy. He screams and runs the hell out of there. But when he did, the hooded figure noticed him and Harry. Oh my god. It looked right at Harry with unicorn blood dribbling down its front and started to come towards him. Oh, but thankfully, one of the centaurs comes to defend Harry. When it appears, the hooded figure is gone. Ooh, this centaur is different. It wasn't Ronan or Bane, it was a younger one with white blonde hair, a palomino body, and eyes like pale sapphires. Oh, this one knows Harry. It helps Harry up and offers to take him back to Hagrid on his back. Imagine. Ooh. Oh, and his name is Ferenz. I love that name. What? Okay, so not long after Harry meets Ferenz, Ronan and Bane catch up to him, but they're not friendly anymore. They're like, Ferenz, what are you doing? You have a human on your back. Have you no shame? Are you a common mule? Damn, these horses got sass. So it seems like Ronan is the more level-headed one, and Bane is the angry one. Like, Ronan says he's sure Ferenz was acting for the best, and Bane is like, for the best? Centaurs are concerned with what's been foretold. We don't run around like donkeys after stray humans. Snap, now Ferenz is mad. He rears on his hind legs in anger, which makes Harry have to hold on to his shoulders in order not to fall. Ferenz tells Bane that he set himself against whatever's lurking around in his forest. Then he struts off. Harry asks Ferenz why Bane was so angry, and what that hooded figure was. And at first, Ferenz doesn't answer, but then he asks Harry if he knows what unicorn blood is used for, which he doesn't. Harry says students have only used the hair and horns in potions. Apparently, the blood of a unicorn will keep you alive even if you're an inch away from death, but at a terrible price. Oh, wow. Because you'd have to kill something as pure and innocent as a unicorn in order to get the blood to save yourself, from the moment the blood touches your lips, you will live a cursed life. Harry's like, but who'd be that desperate? Wouldn't it be better to just die? Ferenz says it is, unless you just need to stay alive long enough to get your hands on something that can bring you back to full power. Something that will mean you'll never die. And then do you know what he does? He asks Harry, do you know what's hidden in this school? And that's the moment it all clicks for Harry. He obviously means the Philosopher's Stone, and that the hooded figure probably drank the unicorn blood in order to get its hands on the Philosopher's Stone. When Harry finally gets it, Ferenz is like, can't you think of anyone who's waited many years to come back to power and has clung to life awaiting that chance? Y'all know who he's talking about, right? That hooded figure Harry just saw was Voldemort himself. And honestly, that first glimpse of Voldemort was every bit as chilling as I hoped it would be. J.K. Rowling is just doing everything right. Harry gets a kind of flashback to the day he first met Hagrid and he first heard all about Voldemort. Hagrid said that some people think he's died, but that he thinks that's Codswallop, aka BS, because he doesn't think he has enough human left in him to die. Oh, but right when Harry remembers that, Hagrid and Hermione come running through the forest and find Harry and Ferenz. Oh my god. So, Harry slides off the back of Ferenz and goes back to the castle for the night and talks about everything that just happened with Ron and Hermione. And you know what he found under his sheets? His invisibility cloak with a note attached that said, just in case. Bruh, that was such a good chapter, you guys. Like, that was gripping. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give that like button and that notification bell a little kiss. And subscribe to become a Starlet. Don't forget to follow me on Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram and Tumblr. And if you have read anything that has just left you shook beyond repair, let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys later. Bye!